Texas Tech tight end Jalin Conyers with us, 365 Sports at Big 12 Pro Days in Frisco. Man, your name is kind of blown up. The people are talking about you and what they see in you and the prospects in the NFL. What has the attention been like for you?
It's been weird, but it's been cool at the same time. Like I said, going to the Combine was awesome, getting invited. I know I could go out there and kind of show what I had. I know a lot of people kind of didn't really know who I was, kind of were questioning just who I was and, how athletic I was going to be. But I think I was able to go to the Combine, kind of make a name for myself and pop on a lot of people's radars.
You, throughout your career, Arizona State and Tech, you were at Oklahoma for a year, but you redshirted. But you have been asked to kind of do a lot of different things: run the ball, catch the ball, through the touchdown passes, like all that. How much has that maybe started to intrigue some people about, especially those offensive coordinators who like guys who can, mix it up a little bit and you don't really know what you're going to get out of it?
Right, yeah. I mean, I think of a guy like Taysom Hill, obviously, that plays on basically every unit. I mean, punt, every special teams, obviously on offense and stuff like that. Plays tight end, can play quarterback, do a lot of things. So I think it's just being able to show my versatility and kind of show that I can be one of those players, even as a bigger tight end, that I can just do whatever a team needs me to do at the end of the day.
You made the decision to transfer to Texas Tech. What was your experience like out in Lubbock playing for Joey McGuire?
It was awesome. I grew up near Lubbock and went to a lot of games as a kid. So I was a lifelong Tech fan. So going to play was a dream come true, honestly. I remember the first game I ever decided I wanted to go to Tech. I was at the Texas game when Crabtree caught on the sideline.
Oh, man.
So it was a great moment. And I always remember telling my grandpa I wanted to go to Tech after that. So it was awesome, and I thank Coach McGuire and Coach Cochran a lot for allowing me to have the opportunity to go. And God blessed me with the opportunity to be able to go there as well.
So what took so long for you to get there?
Coach Wells. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Coach Wells. He just he didn't have the time. To offer me a scholarship at the time when the first time I transferred from OU. So that was just bad timing. And then other than that, I was at Arizona State, obviously trying to make a name for myself. So
You were at that game, the Crabtree?
Yes, sir.
Herald? Where were you?
The end zone that Crabtree caught it in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were going to catch
I was on the right side of the big Tech logo in the middle. I was on the right side of it. So
which everything's changed now because you've renovated
right.
that. But okay, so when he catches it, what everyone keeps forgetting is that he caught it. Graham throws it, but he had to strip a couple. He had to break a tackle.
Yeah, he had to rip out of it.
And then cut back. I think it was Curtis Brown. I mean, it was.
Yeah, Curtis Brown. Then Earl Thomas was standing there too.
Two good. Really good players.
Very good.
What did you do when that happened?
I just remember screaming. I mean, I was super young, so my grandpa's kind of told me more story. But I remember my grandma and my grandpa took me, and they were crying, whining the whole time because they had to stand up the whole game. And they were older, so they were, they didn't want to stand up the whole time. But I remember me and my cousin were there, and we got to watch it. And I remember just jumping out, and then we asked if we could rush the field with everybody, and they told us no. So we were kind of disappointed about that. But other than that, it was good.
Where is that in the terms of the loudest places you've been? Well, I guess you're young, man. Maybe can you compare it to your playing career?
Shoot, nothing. I mean, I think the loudest place I've ever been is BYU. Okay. When I was at Arizona State. I mean, that was a lot of. It's funny because they're all that loud and there's no alcohol near anywhere. So that's what y'all joke about. It's it's one of the loudest stadiums, one of the rowdiest crowds. There's no alcohol. So
kids get all hopped up on Sprite and OJ, man.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
On vitamin C.
They're in Tech. Tech gets really loud too. Yeah. So.
No, it is. You've been able to watch the growth of what they're doing with the money, the commitment, the NIL, the facilities. What's that like to be experiencing that along the way?
It's been awesome. I wish I got to experience more of the facility, but like I said, a lot of the donors, like I said, they want to see a good football team in Tech, and nowadays you got to have NIL to do it. So I'm pretty sure I can't remember Cody Campbell, the main guy that's obviously contributed and put all that money aside to be able to help Tech get the athletes that they're going to get. So I'm excited to see what Coach McGuire can do. How
thirsty are they to win big?
I think probably more than anyone in the country. I think Tech's kind of always been on that, even when I was a kid, 2008, you were always right there. You always had the opportunity. This year, we beat the two teams that are in the Big 12 championship. We just lost two games that we shouldn't have. And, like I said, I think you win one of those games that you're supposed to win and, you don't lose it. You're in we're talking about possibly being in the playoff. Beat Arizona State, obviously, like I said, beat Iowa State. You have a chance to play one of them again. So we're really hungry. I mean, even last year I was I mean, I was destroyed when we didn't make the Big 12 championship. Obviously, got to finish out. Obviously, had another game to go, but it sucked. And talking to the guys, just the guys I played with last year, I mean, they say it's a whole different dynamic. When you walk around that building, it's the same goals, but a lot more persistency to get it done.
Did you talk to any of your Arizona State guys about like their season? I mean, you played there. You got the 1 year with Kenny Dillingham. I mean, from the you were on the inside and then the outside. Were you surprised at how good they got, or did you?
Yeah,
looking at?
I asked them what the heck happened, man.
We were surprised.
That's honestly just a testament to the guys that I played with. I mean, they had been working. I mean, I was part of it for 2 years, but just working my tail off and not getting the results we wanted. I really think a big part of it was they got a quarterback that they could rock out with and that was confident and that go out there and play some swagger and didn't hold back. So I think that was a big part of it. Obviously, like I said, it was my time to leave. I mean, people ask me, I regret that decision all the time. I don't. I believe everything happens for a reason. God had a path for me is to be a Red Raider. So, but I was been talking to him yesterday. That was so awesome to see. Just be able to sit back at home and watch them almost beat Texas and be able to accomplish that after 2 years ago in 3-9. It sucked. So to be able to see them kind of flourish, get to do what they do is awesome to see.
How weird to see Arizona State in the Big 12. I mean,
it was super weird. It was just funny too because I had just transferred out, and then they were our first Big 12 opponent. So it was like all the cards were aligning.
Did you feel like running into your ex-girlfriend at the
Yeah, I did.
Oh, hey guys!
I felt like showing up at the movies with your new girlfriend. So
I do want to ask you about Cam Skattebo though. Mm-hmm. Like you played with him for that year, and he in the 3-9 year he was still fantastic.
Ridiculous, yeah.
There are varying. You listen to the draftniks out there, and they'll give you varying reports. In your opinion, if you draft Cam Skattebo, is that going to be a good thing for your franchise?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, not only obviously the ability to carry the ball and just be a good running back, he can do stuff on special teams. Like obviously, especially with the new kickoff rules and stuff now, you can kind of put a lot of different people there. And Skat's just a tough son of a gun. I mean, he hits his head on everything, and he'll throw up and then go carry the ball the next play. So I mean, he's tough, and he's a great football player, and he's a great dude. He really does. Anytime we weren't playing, we were out hanging out at the Trenton Bourguet's house or going out and golfing. So he's a good dude, and I think he's going to have a successful football career.
I can't imagine a lot of people would have transferred away from a running back like that and ended up in an equal to or even similar position playing with a Taj Brooks.
Right.
I mean, what was it like playing with Taj, and just what did you learn? What did you observe, and just all that?
Well, it's funny because with Skat, you kind of know, like, all right, he's going to break that first tackle and stuff like that. But I got met Todd. I was like, how are you getting out of this?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? That's not even human. So it was super cool to see. I mean, obviously they're two very different running backs. I think Todd is just as big, if not bigger, but is a little more agile compared to Skat running through people. So it was awesome to see, and being a part of that record-breaking season for him was awesome. And I kind of had to take some pride in that as well. I mean, being a tight end, you got to block and help out. So when you need to average like 130 yards a game, it was kind of like, all right, you better buck up and get ready to go. So it was awesome. Me and Todd were really good friends. I had a great time. I gave him a high five during one of the games, so that was a pretty cool moment. But like in the middle of the play, so just being around him and seeing how he approached everything and being a pro, he deserves everything that's coming for him.
This segment with Jalin Conyers, Texas Tech tight end, brought to you by North Star Funding Partners. Did you ever see Cam Skattebo eat nails or anything like broken glass or anything?
No, but I was convinced that he hit his head on the wall every morning to prepare for all the stuff he does. But, we always gave him crap too because we go golfing and he always does that little helmet shake after the play, and I was like, do you do it on the golf course too, dude? Like, this is
does he really?
Yeah. So
we may need to get him tested.
Yeah, it's awesome. He's a great dude, and everyone always asks me, do you have concussions? It's like, no, it's just what he does. I mean, everyone kind of has that one little tick or thing they do, and he says it's his fixing his helmet, but I think it's just something that he does.
I just had lunch with a cousin, dinner with his brother last night. Both of them Texas Tech grads. Both of them wanted me to ask you in particular about Baron Morton, Will Hammond, like the way you guys are set up at quarterback. How should Tech fans feel about that going this year? Because it appears to be a position of strength. Even like Baron's dealt with a lot of injuries and come through, but Will showed a lot last year.
Yeah, for sure. I grew up with Baron my whole life, so being around him and just seeing, I mean, he's probably the toughest dude I've ever played with. I mean, playing through injury, playing through stuff that bothered him. So, I mean, he played the whole season with a messed up shoulder, but was able to make it work. So, I think this really being his last year, most likely, he kind of knows what's at stake, and I think he knows that. And I mean, shoot, when you have a guy like Will Hammond behind you, you work your tail off. Yeah. Will's like a robot, man. Like, I mean, He's awesome. I love him. We're really good friends, like outside football too. But I mean, when he's on the field, he's like a robot. He's like, get this done, get this done, get this done, and his mechanics and how he carries himself, and just being able to be a leader even as a true freshman, like he really shined. And I think going into these next couple of years, like Tech fans should be confident, like they have their quarterback of the future. I think if they don't rock out with Will Hammond, then I don't know what the problem is. So.
We saw him. We did midway football games, and they played Hutto, and we saw Will a couple of different times, including the year he had already committed to Tech, and he is a machine.
He is.
We probably on this computer have about 7 or 8 highlights of him from that game. He was he personally destroyed Midway.
Yeah.
They lost though because they couldn't play defense. It's like but he has the ability to throw it like sideline on a dart, but yet the rainbow.
He has one of the strongest arms I've been around, honestly. Like really, like him and Jaden Daniels, like those are 2 guys I've been around and that could sling it and throw it. And
that's right.
And on top of that, he's pretty athletic. Like you would think he's a little more athletic than you would think. So yeah.
You've played with Jaden Daniels, Ricky Pearsall, right? Rashad White, Johnny Wilson. Yeah. I mean, like that group was, man, I kind of wish Dillingham had them, right?
Yeah, that Arizona State team was very nasty. Yeah, Herm was our coach at the time, so it was very NFL-driven type of process. So it was different, but I think that team could have been really good. I think in terms of skill and where those guys are at now, it was probably one of the best teams made. Like I mean, you can compare it to like a Bama or like an Ohio State type team. We had some dogs on that team.
Like I'm a Florida State grad, and Johnny Wilson I would lay down in traffic for him. Never met him, but
Johnny's legit.
But he when you got 6'7" and like that, I mean, how much do you learn like working around guys like that, athletes like that?
I mean, just watching him was like how fluid he is for 6'7". Like I mean, you see some tight ends like you don't see 6'7" move like he does.
Yeah.
So it was very impressive. He's really good with the ball in his hands. Obviously you can throw it up on the top shelf and he's going to jump up about 7 feet, 7 inches and go get it. So learning from him, learning like footwork from Ricky, getting to catch balls from Jaden Daniels. I mean, it was that was my redshirt freshman year, and I was like, holy cow! Like where am I at right now? So it was definitely a cool experience. For sure.
Was there any surprise when you saw Jaden Daniels doing what he was doing this year in the pros? I mean, was that just like, yep, I could have seen that?
I mean, honestly, I don't think it's a surprise because I feel like even when he left Arizona State, people were like, yeah. I mean, you obviously see the stuff about he sucked and all that. Like he just wasn't in a good situation. I think the offense wasn't set up for him like in the way that he was good for him. Like you went to LSU, obviously won the Heisman, so he can't suck that bad. I think like I said, Jaden always worked his tail off. He was always throwing extra. He's always asking us to come throw with him. Always wanted us to come do film. So everything that he's getting right now and all the attention he's getting, he deserves it. And
he seems to handle it well.
He does. He's very. You wouldn't think he's very monotone, but he is. Like he's very calm, down to earth, like relaxed. Like if you can see him throw 3 picks in a game, he's gonna have the same look on his face. So
I sent Joey McGuire a text. I said, about to interview Jalin Conyers. Give me anything of interest. He said, great athlete, legit dunker. And then he said, tell him Campbell needs to eat. What, is that Cody? That's
my coach's, my tight end coach's daughter.
Oh, Josh Cochran.
Yeah, that's our tight end coach's daughter. We always, anytime we did something wrong in practice or anything, Coach Cochran would joke around and say, like, you don't want my daughter to eat. So for a long time, for that whole season, anytime we did something or anything, it was like, yeah, we didn't want Campbell to eat, or like we had a good play, like we had to write it down like Campbell ate on this play. So.
He said he will laugh out loud so loud. Yeah, and you did. Josh played at Texas, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And his brother's the coach at Lindale High School in East Texas.
Yeah.
So, hell of a family when it comes to offensive line.
Yeah, awesome. I love Coach Cochran. He changed my life in terms of being able to see how I could fit in the run game and just being able to do a bunch of things. So I'm pretty appreciative of him and Coach McGuire for what they've been able to help me do at Texas Tech.
So where do you feel like you are right now? Just feeling about the whole process and everything that's going on right now, and what's to come for you here in the next few weeks?
I mean, shoot, hopefully I get my name called. That'd be awesome.
I think you will.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, everything happens for reasons. It's all God's plan at the end of the day. But I think I put myself in position to for teams to go, hey, we want to draft him, and another guy to go in front of him and be like, we want to draft him first. So hopefully keep climbing up in that way. And like I said, I want to get to a team. I play football, have fun. A day I retire from football will be the day I stop having fun, and I can't do it anymore. So go out, have fun, play my tail off, and just do whatever teams need to do to help win.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck. Like we've told everybody, there's like 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks till the draft. Enjoy it, soak it in.
Oh, yeah.
All the hard work, the hay's in the barn.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to go get a fat old steak after this. I've been eating right. I've been eating right.
Places around here.
T-bone, ribeye.
Oh, ribeye for sure.
Yeah.
Bone and ribeye?
Biggest one they have.
See if they got
I've been eating very diligently.
What's the tomahawk ribeye? There, you have the tomahawk with the big bone coming out of it.
It looks like a club.
Yeah.
I'll just ask, what side? So you going big baked potato? Or are you doing like?
I'm a big potato French. I like potatoes. I do more of a French fry, baked potato, mashed potato guy. So my agent's probably not going to be happy.
That'll get some meat on your bone. Yeah,
for
I
sure.
know. Yeah,
I might gain 3 pounds a day, but it's okay. I'll lose it. I'll lose it in a week or so.
Jalin Conyers, a great story. Oklahoma, Arizona State, found a great place to reside and do what he did at Tech, and now the NFL is next. Thanks for your time on
Thank y'all for having me. I
365
appreciate
Sports.
it. Thank you.